I'm sure ito isa pinakamasakit na pangyayari sa buhay mo, yung pagkamatay ni Rico.
To cut a long story short, there was a breakup that happened, and then Rico just wanted to go out of town. And he bought tickets for everyone. When I tried waking him up, wala na.
Pero night before that, meron ba kayong nag-happy-happy ba kayo?
Well, we had a few drinks. He drank, definitely. He was depressed. But ayun. I remember going back to the villa. Sinabi niya na, this is the best day of my life. Pwede na akong... So, yun yung parang premonition na nangyari.
Di ba, sinabi naman to, lumabas to sa mga balita, di ba? Na drug overdose.
No, not just. I'd like to take this opportunity also to, syempre yung mga ganyan, they'll speculate that we took something. Hindi ko naman sinasabing wala akong kaibigan dito sa showbiz. Marami. But even to find someone who has the same interest, yung same level sa kwentuhan, yung lalim ng mga usapan, mga ganyan.
What's your message for him?
Well, I just wanna keep it simple. We miss you, bro. Yun lang. We miss you. Yun lang. I mean, hindi naman kailangan mahabain yun. Alam ng tao yun. Alam ng tao yun.
At ngayon darating na March 29, ito na yung kanyang 24th death anniversary. At para gunitain ang naging buhay ng sikat na aktor dito sa Kay Susan Tayo Vlogs, makakausap natin ang isa sa pinakamalapit sa puso ng aktor. Ito na, surprise!
Hello.
Si Dominic Joam, ang best friend ni Rico yan. So, halika, marami tayong pag-uusapan sa loob. Halika dito, Dominic. Thank you, ha? Thank you. Thank you, dear Dominic. Nako. Wow, ang dami mo talagang sasakyan. Balita ko kasi talaga mahilig kayo sa kotse ni ano.
Yun lang naman ang aking ginagawa after work.
After work, ayan. So, ito tayo.
Yun ang aking kinahiligan. Motorsiklo at kamin.
Bahay mo, parang Malacanang.
Hindi naman. Pasok tayo.
Mahilig ka sa ano, no? Sa
mga lumang bagay.
Mga antique. So, si Dominic, punta natin para ho tayo sa kanya natin alamin lahat yung tungkol kay Rico yan. Dahil, di ba, ngayon 29, anniversary na naman ni Rico. At si Dominic po, alamin natin kung gaano ba kalalim yung kanilang pagiging magkaibigan dahil closest nga closest friend nga ni Rico yan. So, alamin ho natin lahat sa kanya yung tungkol kay Rico yan. Thank you at pinatuloy mo kami dito sa bahay mo.
Anytime po.
At winelcome mo kami para dito. Kumusta ka na ngayon?
All good. I'm starting a show with Jimmy, yung Firewall.
At least makikita ka uli namin sa TV.
Oh, yes.
Diba? Paano ka ba napasok sa showbiz?
I started with commercial. Most of us naman during yung mga batch namin, sina Dong, sina Rico, I had like 30 commercials before I started showbiz.
Magkakakilala na kayo nila, Rico?
Parang nagluloko.
Sino ikaw?
Kasabay ko parati sa VTR is Carlos Agassi. Sina Dong yan, at saka sina Rico ang magkakabatch yan. Yung Ding Dong.
Ding Dong? Talaga?
Commercial din yan, si Dong. So, I remember 1990 kami ni Bobby Andrews, Bobby, ako, Mylene Dizon. We did a commercial for the soft drinks. But we were in Sampaguita studio, and then hindi nila kami pinapainom ng soft drinks. Tapos we were there at 7 a.m. Parang pahapunan na nun. Hindi pa rin kami sinushoot. Tapos sabi namin, pwede ba kami umiinom soft drinks na i-endorse namin or isushoot? Ayaw, tubig lang, tubig. Tapos naglolokohan pa kami. Gusto daw kasi nila, pag ininom namin yung...
Realistic.
Oo, kailangan yung Adam's apple namin gumagana. Tapos naglolokohan kami ni Mylene na kapag nag-artista ka, baduy. Kung sino nag-una nag-artista, baduy.
Oo.
Tapos parang unang nagkaroon ng show noon was Mylene.
Okay.
She did a hosting job. Bobby Andrews started with TGIS.
Okay.
Tapos, nag-artista na rin. Tapos biglang Boy Abunda, who's my manager, asked if I wanted to try show business.
Okay. Anong una? Anong una mong ginawa? Drama ba o movie?
I was blessed with 3 shows. Yung Gimmick, which is
Okay.
yung kalaban ng TGIS.
Oo. Magkakakilala na kayo doon dahil kayo mga commercial model. Tapos, kailan kayo naging ni Rico?
Nung Gimmick pa lang.
Sa
So,
Gimmick.
1997, when nung nilagay kami sa Gimmick, magkakasama. Sila yung nauna eh.
Mhm.
Judy Ann left the show, and then parang, gines sila ako, tapos naging regular na rin.
Regular ka
Awa
na.
naman ng Diyos.
Oo.
And then, we became friends because mas bata lang sa akin siya ng 1 taon eh. We have common friends, we share the same passion with cars, with motorcycles, with kilala ko yung ex-girlfriend niya. So, parang madali kami nag-connect sa isa't isa.
Kasi di ba para kayo maging close talaga, may mga pangyayari sa buhay niyo na talaga nagtatahi sa inyo di ba? Meron ka ba natatandaan kung bakit kayo naging closest friend?
Well, it was more on the same siguro ng hilig.
Hilig.
Same hilig. Tsaka yan si Rico, Marvin, parang pareho sila na kahit iwan mo sa bahay or kahit iwan mo sa mga kaibigan or pamilya mo, okay lang. Pwede, hindi ka kakabahan na, baka anong gawin nito or diba? Yung may time kasi the family of Claudine lives in the same subdivision where we used to stay. Pag binibisita ni Clau yung family niya, paminsan kasama si Rico, pag magugulat na lang ako pag uwi ko, anong ginagawa mo sa bahay ko? Same place eh. So nakita ko na lang kasama yung daddy ko, they're kikwentuhan na, umiinom na. I guess we all have the same interest and may pare-parehong pangarap at goal namin to the point that in fact, there was a time that he got a share in Subic Yacht Club. I got one in Fuego because we wanted to buy a boat. Parang nando doon yung usapan namin na pag nagkapamilya tayo, during our free time, we'll build a house. Kasi pag bumili ka ng boat, medyo mabigat eh. So, kailangan may kahati ka para at least medyo may kahati ka rin sa depreciation niya. So, gano'n na yung plano namin. Hindi namin niyayabang yung... Pero may mga pangarap kami sa buhay na pagtanda natin, gusto natin yung magre-relax tayo kasama ang pamilya, sa beach lang tayo. Umabot na sa point na yung plano namin sa buhay is we're thinking of 5 years, 10 years from now.
Future.
Yes.
May natatandaan ka ba na parang pinag-awayan nyo, hindi nyo na wala? So talagang maganda yung ano nyo?
Yeah, even with Marvin, we're all... Ako kasi ayoko na may kaaway. Sa totoo lang. I think everyone wants naman to sleep and to have peace in your life.
I'm sure ito isa pinakamasakit na pangyayari sa buhay mo, yung pagkamatay ni Rico. Kwentuhan mo nga kami. So, nasa Dos Palmas kayo.
We weren't supposed to be there during that time. We did a show kasi for a mall in Davao na ang may-ari rin, yung Dos Palmas. So, anyway, to cut a long story short, there was a breakup that happened and then Rico just wanted to go out of town. And he bought tickets for everyone. Even without asking us kung
sasama kayo.
Kung sasama kami o hindi. So, obligado kaming samahan yung lolo mo. So, we opted, but I always believe na nilagay kami ng Diyos sa tamang lugar para samahan yung tao. At kasi Marvin was supposed to leave also siya na lang natira naaalis. Kasi kami, parang, sige, dito na lang, sasamahan na lang namin itong si Rico. But at the end of the day...
Yun, sabi mo, break up. So, yun ba yung kaya siya pumunta doon? Dahil katatapos lang nila mag-break ni Claudine.
Kasi, normally, I think the dad of Clau stays in Subic. And the family of Rico, doon din naman sa Subic nagpupunta. So, parang siya na yung
lumayo.
Yeah, somehow.
Oo.
Ako naman, may ticket na kami kina Marvin and yun nga, parang ang point ko is thinking after what happened, nilagay tayo ng Diyos to accompany the guy.
Okay.
And number one, yun, he was medyo malalim yung pinagdadaanan ng time na yun. Number two, Marvin was the one, he was supposed to leave for Koh Samui. Hindi na rin siya tumuloy. Binisita niya na lang yung dad niya. Tapos number 2, nakapagpahinga siya sa Fuego, I think, with the family. And number 3, he was the one who, Good Friday yun eh. So, siya yung nakakuha ng eroplano. Besides the plane of the Lopezes.
So, andun kayo sa Dos Palmas. Pero night before that, meron ba kayong nag-happy-happy ba kayo?
Yeah. We had a few drinks. He drank. Definitely. He was depressed. I remember going back to the villa. Sinabi niya na, this is the best day of my life. Pwede na akong...
Nung sinabi niya sa iyo, paano ka nag-react?
We didn't take it seriously because, I mean, pero kasi sila, has sleep apnea.
Sila Rico?
Meron silang, he snores. Kaya siya sa loft eh. Hindi ka makakatulog talaga pag kasama mo sa kwarto. Si Marvin magulo sa kwarto, ako kasi maayos. So, mas gusto ko na yung magulo sa kwarto kasi light sleeper naman ako. So, kaya siya sa loft nung time na yun dahil malakas siya humilik. Ang apnea kasi parang you sleep, nahugutan ka na yun. Tapos yung exhale.
Andun kayo sa Dos Palmas. Kwento mo nga kami para lang ma-visualize namin what happened nung March 29 na yun.
Well, we were supposed to, kasi bawal sa Dos Palmas, bawal ang, even in Palawan, bawal ang motorized, yung mga jet ski, speedboat. Limited lang yun for the resort.
Okay.
So we had a friend, common friend ni Rico, who has an island na may ski, may speedboat, so may water sport. So susunduin kami ng mga around morning. Ako maaga ako gumigising. On time ako. So ako yung gumising sa kanya sa taas. Nasa loft siya, nasa baba ako. Bababa kami nung isa naming kaibigan. So wala. Ako yung gumising, 9:45, 10 o'clock kami susunduin ng speedboat. So when I woke up at 9:45 and we'll try to wake him up, he was well, to go straight to the point, Rico passed. When I tried waking him up, wala na. Parang sabi ng doctor, kasi parang 2:20, narinig ko pa siya 2:20 a.m. Bumalik kami ng, mga around 2 eh. Tapos natulog siya 2:20, gano'n. Parang sabi ng doctor, 5 a.m. Doon siya, parang, nalagutan na.
Pero
ginising ko siya 9:45 eh.
Tagal na.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4 hours.
Pero natutulog narinig niyo ba siya na naghihilig pa bago?
No, parang tulog na rin kami lahat. It was a long day. I had nag-private lesson for scuba diving. We played pa ping-pong nung hapon. Nung gabi, may common area dun eh, na dun lahat magdi-dinner. I'd like to take this opportunity also to syempre mga ganyan, they'll speculate that we took something. We never take anything, especially si Rico. He loved the person and yun, paminsan ang nagiging cause is not the real cause of the problem eh. It's the people around. Yung hearsay.
Yeah.
So I must say it's part of it. Yung hearsay, yung mga lumabas na sinulat.
Yes, oo. Di ba, sinabi naman to, lumabas to sa mga balita, di ba? Na drug overdose.
No, not that. Even before it happened, when someone wrote something about him doing this, yung dun sa babae, medyo nakakasama ng loob din. Yung paniniwala, yun yung tinatawag na hindi pa usong fake news. May fake news na rin ng mga panahon na yun. Yung may nagsabi na nananakit siya. Diba? He's not the type. I'm not the type to.
Mhm.
Biling-biling ko yan sa anak ko. Never manakit ng babae.
Mm.
Magbuhat ng kamay. So, hindi kami yung tipong mananakit ng tao.
Na
Babae man or, diba? So,
napatawad niyo muna ba yung mga gumawa nun?
si Lord na bahala. I mean, diba? I mean, I'm not here to point fingers or ano.
Whoever's naglalabas ng mga sinasabi nyo about him, na nag-Google Pay, na he's taking drugs, it's not true. Makonsensya naman kayo sa sarili ninyo.
The main purpose of this interview is not his death anniversary, but maybe to remind the people to be careful with the words that you say or you post, because it can be deadly. Iba marami nga nagsasabi. Real faith, you have to be careful with the words that you use, even to your family. So, ang amin lang naman, never mind. I mean, we know what really happened. And we can sleep up to now na maayos. I mean, we're at peace. He's at peace. I have a feeling he's better off na masakit, pero he's better off na ando dun. Kasama si, di ba? Kesa nakabalik kami dito and he'll face whatever na yun. So, sa akin, we have to be careful with it's always a lesson na words can really affect people. So please be careful with the words na bibitawan po natin. Kahit lang yung news na we took something, parang, come on guys, we're mourning. Namatayan kami ng tao. Tapos gagawa kayo ng storya. Na very, very, very detailed. Parang, hindi na namin pinatulan eh. Pwede namin legal na ano, pero pag pinatulan mo, para mong gustong sindihan yung, ganun ang gusto ng tao eh, di ba? That's why, honestly, I didn't want this interview because I wanna let it pass. Parang ako kasi, I will never change my statement because it's the truth. And God knows that. I can look at everyone straight in your eyes. And He knows that.
So, nung nababasa niyo yung mga gano'n, mas lalo pang nakadagdag sa sakit yun sa inyo.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, yun lang. Sometimes imbis na kamustahin mo yung tao or ganyan yun. Diba? Maglalabas ka pa ng ganun. Parang, come on. We don't need that. And it happens.
So, alam mo, ini-imagine ko. So, gabi, siyempre, malungkot si Rico. May mga pinagdadaanan. Natulog kayo. Tapos, ikaw yung naka-discover. Ano? When you found out na...
It's shattered dreams. Shattered dreams yun eh. Diba? It's one of the hardest things na like to call the family when we reached the hospital. It's a 20-minute speedboat ride from Dos Palmas to
Puerto Princesa.
Yeah. So, to call the family. I had like 1,000 messages dun sa telepono ko. Asking for, diba? So, to call the family, the loved ones, that was the hardest to tell them what happened.
I can imagine yung siyempre, ikaw yung kailangan magsabi sa kanila.
I called, ang natawagan ko si Bobby. Bobby yan. Marami kaming plano na, even ABS, they had plans also. Unfortunately, ako naman, like what I said kanina when I had breakfast with them, na I always embrace kung anong ibinibigay ng Diyos. Hindi ko ipipilit. I have to accept.
Yes.
We need to accept kung anong bibigay ng Diyos sa atin. Kasi kung ilulugmok lang natin sarili natin, walang mangyayari sa buhay. We won't move on. We have to move on and accept. And He has a reason why why maybe it happened. And it makes us stronger as a person, more mature to accept things, diba? But I hope other people will also learn out of it. He touched a lot of people, and siguro it took a life to touch other people's lives. Diba? So, we have to embrace that.
Gaano katagal naka-recover, nag-move on sa pagkawala ng, siyempre, I'm sure parang ang tingin mo sa kanya, kapatid na.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Roughly, it took me 3 years to
Totally.
Yeah. So, we had an existing show. We had an existing endorsement for Talk and Text. We had Watamin. We had MTV. Magandang Tanghali Bayan. So, shattered dreams. Diba? But if I point out kung magtuturo ako, wala mangyayari. Diba? I'm maybe taking this opportunity also for this interview for people to learn how to be careful sa mga sasabihin.
Yeah.
Honestly, ayoko na ito na. Kasi tagal na 24 years na. Parang, I wanna let it pass. Kumbaga, pagpahingayin na natin yung tao. It's just that, maybe I'll just take this opportunity to remind people nowadays that we need to be careful sa mga sasabihin, number 1. Number 2, stop the hate. Diba? Yun ang kailangan natin eh. We need peace. Peace of mind.
Pag ganito, 24 years na, nag-ano sa isip mo, every time na sumasapit yung kanyang death anniversary?
Wala na. Parang after the 3 years, it became, kumbaga, move on na tayo. Parang gano'n na. Okay. And I don't want people to think that we're using him pa or, di ba? When I feel that I need to talk to someone, I go to the Manila Memorial. But I don't take videos or, alam mo yung, I just go pray. I just go talk to him. Yun lang, di ba? It's an intimate relationship with a best friend.
Kailan yung last na, o recent mo sa kanya, nakipag-usap ka sa kanya doon?
Matagal-tagal na rin. Well, hindi ko alam kung Holy Week or death anniversary. But I was invited by Sina Tita Sita. So I went there. 20th or 21st. May picture ako nun eh. Nung nila. The fans were there. Yearly, they invite me. Hindi naman tayo nakakalimot nun eh. It doesn't mean that when you don't post, yun nga iniingatan ko na eh. Interviews, posting. I don't want people to think that we're come on guys, ano na yan eh. Tagal na yan, di ba? Parang ganun. Ayoko nang, kumbaga, ako yung tipong, akin na lang yun. Kung birthday niya, nagdadasal ako. Actually, may karera ako ng birthday niya eh. So I prayed to keep me safe, di ba? Ganun lang. Diba? But hindi niyo alam yun. It's an intimate relationship with him and my best friend. Hindi kailangan lahat i-post, hindi lahat kailangan malaman ng lahat.
Hindi lahat kailangan makita ng publiko. Halimbawa lang, buhay siya. Ano kaya ang ni Rico ngayon?
Well,
buhay niya? May pamilya na rin?
Most probably. I mean, we'd definitely continue our plan to relax, drive, ride the motorcycle, diba? So, most probably, gano'n. Hindi naman mawawala yung pagkakaibigan. I mean, Marvin, we still keep in touch. So, yun. But, gano'n nakabilis ang panahon, 24 years.
Siyempre, di ba sabi mo, mga 3 years ka bago naka-move on. Pero siyempre, may mga times na talagang biglang maaalala mo si Rico na, ito, paborito niya to, o to, kung buhay siya, ganyan. Ano mga pagkakataon yun? Na bigla mo siyang maiisip. Bigla mo siyang...
Wala eh. Well, the only thing that I can think of now is yung first anniversary niya or second anniversary, I visited him. I was in an old Land Rover. So, I live in Makati pa during that time. On the way home, mahilig kasi siya man-trip eh. Yung mang good time.
Okay.
Mahilig mang good time talaga yun. So, it was an old car in tip-top condition. It was restored. Galing akong Manila Memorial. For some strange reason, parang umabot naman ako ng bahay. Pero parang there was something wrong with the car on the way home. Gumano na lang ako, Rico. Hindi ako napagbiruan sa'yo ngayon. Pauwi mo ako. Alam ko, ikaw to. Ayan. Nakauwi naman. So, yung mga ganun ba? And then, he has a Miata also that stayed with me for maybe a month. Tapos hindi ko alam kung death anniversary niya or birthday niya, nagloko rin, ayaw mag-start. Pero the next day, okay na. So, I have a feeling na meron siyang ganung factor na he likes, ganun pa rin. Parang nahilig siya
Biglang
manggutan.
siya ang naiisip mo rin. Pag may mga ganun.
Wala na ibang gagawa nun eh. Tsaka maayos yung lahat ng auto ko kahit gamitin natin. It will bring you, all my old cars, I make it to a point that kahit paano, magagamit ko siya na parang bagong auto. Kaya lang sabi ko, bakit nangyayari to? Nasa may Magallanes, hindi ko makakalimutan yun. Nasa may Magallanes sabi ko, pauwiin mo ako, huwag mo ako niloloko dito, parang ganyan. But eventually naman, kasi the next day, pag nung ginamit ko, inikot ko, wala namang problema. So yun lang. Maayos naman yung paghihiwalay namin, tsaka kumbaga yung pamamaalam niya, medyo, syempre, masakit para sa lahat ng tao. But he was well loved by people. So, yun yung nakapagpagaan na lang ng loob ng mga, diba?
Kung meron ka namimiss kay Rico, ano yun?
Well, pilyo yun eh. Pilyo rin yun eh. Nadadaan lang tayo sa dimples. Pilyo yun.
Dimples.
Nadadaan tayo sa dimples. Pero pilyo yun si Rico. Sa aming tatlo, ako yung pinaka-behave.
Behave,
Ako lang yung mas vocal. Pero si Marvin at si Rico ang mga pilyo talaga. Kukulit, ang lilikot. Hindi ko naman sinasabing wala akong kaibigan dito sa showbiz. Marami. Even the kids, I try to be friends with them. Mga anak-anakan ko. But iba rin to find someone who has the same interest, yung same level sa kwentuhan, yung lalim ng mga usapan, mga ganun. He was one of the first guys kasi na mga nakatrabaho ko because of gimmick. And which hanggang ngayon naman, we're still magkakasama. Noong December, nag-reunion kami nung mga gimmick cast. So, it was Patrick, Juday, Mylene, and sino pa ba? Ako, yan. So, ano pa rin? I mean, it's good to go back, talk about the good times before when we were young, free. Diba? No social media. Diba? When they were asking about pictures, na-realize ko, wala nga kami picture talaga.
Halos wala kayong pictures.
Wala kasi ang telepono nun, wala pang camera.
Walang camera.
When they were asking for pictures, na-realize ko, wala kami pictures talaga.
So, lahat ng memories mo ng magkakasama kayo is all in your mind.
Wala talaga. For MTV, this was our last MTV. Kasi nag-shoot pa kami ng Holy Week episode sa Montemar. So, yan.
Makulit talaga si Rico, no?
Oo. Masaya yung kasama, actually.
Okay. This one.
This was in Japan. Kay Tita Linggit to. Kay Tita Linggit. December.
Ikaw ba to?
Yes. Watamento na. Sa Watamena taping.
Kaya ko
Nagbigote lang ako kasi kailangan ko dun sa firewall.
Yung family ni Rico, kumusta?
Well, I think the last time I talked to, si Tita Sita was yung when I visited Manila Memorial. Hindi ko na alam, 2021, 2022. But they're based in, based in Baguio, si Tita Sita. But I see Geraldine because ang mga anak namin goes to the same school. But Alfie graduated already, so college na. So we see each other in school or in the grocery. So, yun. Ano naman yun eh, kahit matagal na kayo hindi nakikita, alam mo, pag mga kaibigan mo at
Yes.
malapit na tao,
Mm-mm.
parang kahapon lang.
Mm-mm.
I always treat the people that I've worked with or mga kaibigan na kahit, syempre, may mga kanya-kanya na tayong buhay, may kanya-kanya tayong pamilya. Nag-iba na tayo ng langdas. Pero when we see each other, parang kahapon lang.
Yes.
Ganun lang naman ang pananaw ko sa buhay.
Parang yung sinabi mo kanina, para nasabi ni Rigo na yung araw na yun or yung gabing yun, yung best time of his life. Bakit niya nasabi yun?
Maybe he was with the right people. Kaya naman siguro kami, medyo, ano rin si Rico eh, yung ganyan, boksingero rin ng ano, no? But he paid for everything. So I guess he wanted to be with the right people. Again, hindi kami dapat nun pupunta. But we opted to be with him. And ako'y naniniwala that it was God's will na ilagay kami sa tamang position. Kasi kung tiisipin mo, talagang, oo nga, no, si Marvin. I mean, ang galing eh. Kung iisipin mo, masakit pero yung purpose niya talagang ang galing din. Ang galing din. Diba? So, sometimes we don't just dwell on the problem or what happened. Isipin din natin, tatanungin natin yung sarili, bakit nangyari yun? And anong itinuturo sa atin? And I hope people will embrace yung lesson na makukuha nila sa bawat pangyayari sa buhay niyo or sa bawat pagsubok na nangyayari sa buhay natin.
Kung meron kang message sa kanya.
He's always in a better place.
At kung meron kang message sa kanya, total lagi ka naman yung binibiro.
Hindi na eh. Hindi na.
Ayaw. Hindi ka
Hindi
na.
na.
Sige, anong message mo? Gusto mong, well, syempre hindi mo niya mapapanood, di ba?
No, but yeah.
Yeah, okay,
But
sige. Pero what's your message for him?
Well, I just wanna keep it simple. We miss you, bro. Yun lang. We miss you. Yun lang. I mean, hindi naman kailangan mahabain yun. Alam ng tao yun. Alam ng tao yun.
Parang kanilabutan doon.
No, marami pa rin. Marami pa rin mga there's mga fans niya before who's always nangangamusta. Nagme-message pa rin sa akin. Yung Vien, nagtatanong kung pupunta ba ako nun sa Puntod. Sabi ko, may karera ako. Meron siyang very good friend, yung Larry, who sends a daily prayer every day. Papadala ng prayer every day. Yan. So, ano doon pa rin? I mean, pag ang tao mahal mo, ando doon pa rin yung mga tao, hindi bumibitaw yun eh. Diba?
Gusto ko lang tanongin to sa'yo. Ba't ka naluha? Pag naluha ka, meron kasing nakukurot sa puso.
Of course, it's someone dearest to you. Kaibigan mo yan eh. Pag kayo nawalan ng kaibigan or malapit sa inyo, ganun din naman. Hopefully, ang maramdaman ninyo, di ba? So, it's sometimes less words ang hindi ako masyadong maraming gusto sabihin. Maano akong tao yung, I'm very open. What you see is what you get. Pero mga issues na ganito or topics na ganito, it's something dear to me. Sometimes you choose to be with the right people. Not because you may ini-expect ka na mangyayari. Pero, di ba, when you're in your deathbed, you want to be with the right people, with your loved ones. So, I'm thankful for him also to choose us. Yung kumbaga, yung pinili niya kami makasama nung time na yun.